Good morning, friends. Vicki here from my little Colorado cottage. It's kind of a snowy day, but I am getting ready to kind of change up my decor a little bit from autumn into autumn in October to autumn in November. And so I just thought I'd show you around some of the places that I decorate. I'd like to start with my mantle. Usually that gives me the inspiration to make vignettes around my house. I started this year thinking I'd like to kind of get away from some of the florals, try to incorporate a lot of dried like sunflowers. I grow poppies, so I have poppy pods, yarrow, and of course sunflowers. And I love bittersweet. However, in my neck of the woods of Colorado, we don't have bittersweet, so my bittersweet is faux. But I really, bittersweet brings the feeling of fall. So we're going to start here. My inspiration is this platter, pewter platter. Let me see if I can get a little closer. This is my fireplace, and I've got our blower going, so it's a little noisy. But this platter I've had for, I don't know, a couple years anyway, and it has Canadian geese flying over a pond with cattails and things, and to me that means fall. Out here in Northwest Colorado, it's our prime hunting season, and I just thought it was fitting. Alright, let me kind of span the mantle if I can keep this focused. Right here, a couple of probably a month ago, I decided, I saw somebody on Pinterest upcycle Dollar Tree scarecrows, and so this is my try at that. I think I ended up making about 6. I've never really put scarecrows in my decor before, but I just thought, what a neat change. Of course, I collect cigar boxes, so there's a few there. I'm always on the outlook for the, brown bottles. I wanted to show this frame again. I'm sure I've showed it to you before, but I got a pair of these for $1 each at my local vintage thrift store. About 2 weeks ago, I went in to see what was new, and they had one that was a little similar. They wanted $20 for it, so I thought I really got a good deal. Unfortunately, our stores have kind of gone up about, I'm a third % on their normal prices, so, and I'm pretty cheap. I don't spend more than $5 for most things. So alright, here is a new item, this little cheese crock. It did come with a lid, but the lid didn't fit it, so but I still picked it up. Another cigar box. There's another little scarecrow. Kind of kept my same bottles from summer. Just kind of changed the floral. There you can see I got the dried sunflowers and poppy pods. This cute little crow, it's made out of felt. I made 2 of those last fall. Oops, sorry, I'm shaky. I think they kind of turned out well. It's a little bit I need a little bit more practice, I guess. Just saying. So let me bring this out so I can span it again. And I do apologize for the noise of the fan on my stove here. But that is what my mantle looks like for November. Another little area that I decorate is my little red shelf corner of my family room. Some of my thrifted, my new thrift find is that tin bucket. It's kind of happy to get. Here is another scarecrow on my Pepsi crate. See if I can zoom in. A new find this last part of October. I picked up these 2 Pepsi bottles. I believe I got them for $1 a piece. We have a man in our local area that does yard sales a couple times a month, and he always has some neat vintage things. Now I'm up here in my living room on top of my hutch. It's changed a little since summer. I did keep a couple of the fishing tackle boxes. Added or kept the light green just to kind of add some character to all the darker colors of fall. Another scarecrow, a couple of brown bottles on top of a little cheese box, pine cones. I added fall leaves to my garland. I'm keeping a little bit of the sunflowers. They just make me happy. This was a DIY project. I found this fabric panel at a yard sale this summer. I just boxes and boxes of fabric and vintage dolls and craft books and things. But when I saw this, I thought, oh yeah, this will look great for fall. Kind of goes with my theme, kind of birds. Okay, here's, you know, the little lime green vase I picked up. I just think it gives it a pop of color to some of these, you know, darker greens. And here I'm using I have these gallon jugs I picked up several years ago. I think there were 8 gallon jugs and a couple of an old Pepsi bottle, a green vinegar bottle. But I just added dried sunflowers, the faux bittersweet, poppy pod stems, and yarrow that came out of my garden this year. So another little scarecrow. Alright. Okay, now I'm showing a little cubby on my hutch here. I have been purchasing milk glass this year. My collection's getting pretty good size. Got a couple of, I think I showed you in my last video, the 2 milk glass like fruit bowls. I think I probably already showed you this hen on nest. I think is probably my most favorite. I just love, I love the milk glass. About a week ago, this was my purchase. A little Avon like powder bottle. It doesn't have a lid on it. I think it's wild flowers or filled flower pattern. Right. Looking pretty good there. Over in my other little cubby, of course, I've got my green bottles. I do have this kind of little fruit ball I've filled with dried and stained cotton hulls. I think that's what they're called. And of course, chickens. I love this pattern. I can't remember the name of this style, but I sure do love the colors for fall. Also in my living room, on top of my little salt and pepper cabinet that my dad made, I have another scarecrow. I told you I had quite a few that I'd made, and just last week I also picked up this smaller jar with alphabet blocks. So now my collection is getting pretty large. I hope I can have enough letters to spell some things. I also, out of my garden, I thought this was kind of eerie, so I wanted to put these out here for maybe a Halloween, even though that's past. But dried marigolds, which also go crazy in my garden. Another little DIY project, I picked up a couple of frames, and this was orange, bright orange, and I just kind of sanded it a little bit, put some antiquing wax on it, and then printed out this print of a moth, which another kind of spooky thing I've seen people use rather than using real spooky, scary things. Just use natural black and white. This little napkin or table scarf with the orange embroidery on the edge, I also picked up at my local thrift store. Okay. I just want to show you a few spots in my kitchen. I have quite a collection up here now, but I did add some florals, some more dried. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. Yeah, I just really like the dried sunflower look with the fall faux leaves and pit berries. So I'll just do a span here. Of my collection. There's another. I wanted to show you one other thing. After finding that one cheese crock with the lid that didn't match, here is one that did. And this I went up to visit my son in Wyoming, and that was a new find at a little antique mall. Here's the other side of my kitchen and some of the collections. I think if you follow my blog, my little Colorado Cottage.blogspot.com, I post there weekly with thrift finds and how I decorate and some DIYs. So if you're interested in this kind of topic, please check my blog.